This is the new SetPower PT55 liter or 58 quart 12 volt compressor refrigerator, and I'm really glad to see it because SetPower makes good stuff. We've had their RV45S for a couple of years, and it's just like the refrigerator in your house. It just keeps on ticking. Nothing wrong with it. It works great. It's one of our favorite refrigerators. So when they got a hold of me to offer me this one for review, I jumped at it because I know that they're well made. So let's get a peek at this one. Well, I've had the refrigerator now for about 2 weeks and I've been running it constantly. I ran two tests on it to see how much power it consumed. Usually I just run the test one time, but I was a little surprised by the results, so I ran it twice, and I'll be showing you that. Let's talk about the features on this one though. It's pretty nice. The construction on the outside is metal, this part, and then the bottom is plastic, which is more resilient to bumps and scratches, so it won't dent or anything. It's got two really strong handles on it, left and right, with stainless steel hinges on it. Each lid has a molded rubber seal, so it's a good hollow rubber seal. And then it latches down tight. Just pull this towards you to unlatch it. Each side has a good light. Makes it easy to see what's inside. It does not come with baskets, so you can get more things into here. And the sides on it are aluminum, which conducts cold a lot better. So you're going to get transmission from the cooling coils to the inside is going to be a lot more efficient. It doesn't have a drain in it. I've never used my drain on my other refrigerators. I just wipe them out, but this one does not have a drain. You can't reverse the lids on it. They're just set up this one way and that's it. But that shouldn't be a problem because of the way it's shaped. It's the same both ways. You don't have a handle, an extension on the one side for a collapsible handle or anything. So you don't need to be able to reverse these compartments as much. And you're going to want to have the control panel facing out anyway, so that you can see it. Well, the width of this refrigerator is 24.4 inches this way, and width that way. It's 15.7 inches across, and it's 22.6 inches tall, or that would be 620 millimeters by 400 millimeters by 575 millimeters. It weighs 44 pounds or 20.1 kilos. Comes with a good manual. Some manuals the writing is so small you can't even read it. Well, this one is pretty nice. It comes with a regular 12 volt power cord like all the refrigerators do. To plug it into the wall, it's a little different because the brick itself that plugs into the wall has a 12 volt receptacle on it, and that's what you plug the power cord in, just like you're plugging it into a cigarette lighter. And it snaps in very firmly, so it won't come undone easily. That's good. One very nice feature of the SetPower refrigerator is that it has two lids on it, instead of just one lid like this other refrigerator here. This one opens up both compartments at once, and it has one seal that goes around the whole thing, so these two compartments kind of breathe together to a large extent. This one, on the other hand, has a seal. Each door has its own seal. Each lid has its own seal, rather. So when you shut this lid here, it's totally separate from this compartment over here. Anyways, just thought I'd point that out. That's another nice feature. For one thing, the control panel is nicely laid out, nicely lit, and really easy to operate. Some refrigerators have the control panel up on top, which some people may prefer. I'm liking this one because on the refrigerator that I've been using most recently, the control panel is up here and I keep bumping it all the time. Going in and out, walking by it, reaching in, my arm's constantly over the control panel and I keep bumping it all the time. The buttons down here make it really easy to use. It doesn't have touch screen, which means that you actually have to push a button to change the setting, and that's better too. It has two zones on it. The smaller zone is here on the left and the big zone is here on the right. You can see right now this red light indicates that the small zone is cooling right now. The way these dual zone refrigerators work, yes, this is a dual zone refrigerator. It has two separate cooling systems in it. And that has a big advantage I'm going to tell you about here in a few minutes. But right now it shows that the small zone is cooling, and I have it set, you push one time and it shows where it's set. I have it set at 37 degrees. But you can, if you push a second time, you can adjust that temperature. Just like that. Same thing over here. I can just push the button at any time and reset the temperature setting. Down here, this is super simple. Down here, I have it minimum and max. Minimum is eco mode, max is max mode, and the difference is you use a lot less power on eco mode or minimum. If you set it at max, it cools the refrigerator down a lot faster, but once you get it to where you want it, you're going to want to set it down here to minimum again. And you just push and hold this so you can set it between minimum and maximum. Maximum is a red light and minimum is a green light. You have to push it and hold it, this one. It says right here, compressor speed. And when you put it on max, you'll hear the compressor speed up. This is important over here. This is battery protection. Low, middle, and high. And once again, you have to push it and hold it. And you can adjust it between low, minimum, and high. Let me tell you what that's about. This shows the battery parameters. You would set it on low for like a lithium battery, medium for deep cycle batteries, or high if it was just on a car battery to determine where the refrigerator shuts itself off. And you can see you can run it on a 24-volt system also. So you truckers, this will work good for you too. The low, minimum, and high setting protects whatever battery you're running this off of. So that's what this is all about. And in the house, plugged in, I just leave it on low. It doesn't matter when it's plugged into AC. And over here is your on and off switch. And you can see here that it's a push and hold, so you can't turn it off by accident. Now here's something that's pretty cool. This is something that I don't see on any other refrigerator. There might be some out there, but I don't know. Whatever zone is not running at the time, you can turn that zone off. So let's say you've been camping for a week, but you're going to be out for 10 days, and you've used up all the stuff that you've got, except for, you got a dozen eggs, and you got some bologna, and you've got some milk for your coffee, and maybe some cream cheese, and that's all you got left. You can move those over to the small compartment over here, turn this compartment all the way off, so it's not running at all. Or vice versa. You can turn this one off and leave this one on. I haven't seen that feature on any other refrigerator. Okay, so the way this works is, whatever side is not currently cooling, you can turn it off. For example, this side right now isn't cooling. I can turn this off. If I wanted to turn this side off, I would just wait until this side wasn't cooling. So watch, I can just push this side and hold it for a couple seconds, push both the up and down at the same time, and I can turn it off. Now to turn this back on again, I can either shut the refrigerator off and turn it back on again, and then they'll both be on. So the refrigerator runs at 0 degrees to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and what it'll do on most refrigerators, whatever the highest temperature is, and that's as low as you can turn it down, so that other side is going to keep on running at that highest temperature. And this one, you can just shut it off, and that's going to be quite a bit of battery saving. Speaking of that, look at these two tests that I did on it. I've had it sitting overnight, and I've got water jugs in here, and they're all settled in there because they've been running for a while now. It's been running now for 12 hours. So we're going to do a test on this and see how many watt hours this uses in a 24-hour period to keep the temperature set here at the refrigerator level. Okay, at the end of 24 hours, we end up at 0.16 kilowatt hours. I'm using a kilowatt meter here, and I'm going to let this refrigerator run for 24 hours and see how many watt hours it uses. And it's all settled in. I've got it set at 37 degrees. Right now you see it's at 37 and 39 there, and that varies. That fluctuates up from 34 to 39 and just goes back and forth. Okay, let's see where we ended up on this. The lighting's not very good in here. It's been over 24 hours. It's been about, looks like about 26 and a half hours. Temperature, this one's about 33 degrees. And this one over here, looks like about 36 degrees. You can't trust these. I mean, you know, they're good within a few degrees. But how much power did we use? 0.23 in about 26 hours. So let's figure out what that is. So I ran two tests, and one it used 160 watt hours, and the other one it used 260 watt hours. Here's the difference. Down here in this room, in my basement, the ambient temperature was about 64 degrees, and it only used 6 watt hours, or almost 7 watt hours per hour. That's all it used. And then upstairs, where it's closer to 70 degrees, it used about 9 watt hours per hour. All the other refrigerators that I've reviewed have each used 13 watt hours per hour. They all just use about the same in the same ambient temperature. So this one is more efficient. It must be better insulated. The compressor on it is guaranteed for 3 years. The rest of the refrigerator is guaranteed for 1 year. And I looked up the compressor company, and they've been in business for like 55 years, and they sell compressors all over the world. So, you know, the compressor is a good one, but it's just more efficient, and it's got to be better insulation, I think. It's quite a bit more efficient, though, from 13 watt hours down to 9 watt hours per hour. What is that? It's like 25% better. So I expect this refrigerator on our upcoming trip to use a lot less battery power. Well, the cost of this refrigerator is $369, and you might check the link below my video for any discount codes that are available. I'm looking forward to using this on our next month-long road adventure. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, like, share, subscribe, of course, and we'll see you around.